Hello guys, welcome to my new YouTube channel called Sober Expat. Um, the goal of this video is to do a channel introduction and tell you a little bit about who I am and why I decided to share my experiences on this channel. Um, Maybe it's a good idea to start out with introducing myself. My name is Ferry. I'm a Dutch national. I live as an expat in the beautiful tropical country of Malaysia. I've been in this country for over 3 years now, and I've technically based myself in Malaysia and continue to live my life here. So, as the name suggests, Sober Expat, that's the name of this channel, implies that this will be a YouTube channel about sobriety. And I want to technically lay out to you in this video why I decided to share this journey online. In my own life, I had a variety of issues with alcohol usage myself. As of now, I'm 100% sober. My sober date is February 29th, yeah, the leap year date of 2024. So we are in the 8th month of sobriety for myself, and in February 2025 I will celebrate a year of sobriety. So the goal of this channel is technically to share my personal experience with alcohol usage, when it started, when I started to realize that there was a problematic thing to it, and my attempts in the past to moderate or even completely quit alcohol, which were mostly in vain or temporarily at best. The reasons for that and what eventually led to me being able to give up alcohol completely, and finding the root causes for my alcohol uses in the first place. Now, this will be a very personal testimony. The goal is not to share this with the entire world just for my own sake. Like a lot of YouTube channels that talk about sobriety, it's mostly people that want to share their personal experience and everything they've learned along this journey, in order to help other people to recognize that there is a way out, that there is always something to look forward to, and that you too can improve your life if you are willing to recognize that there might be issues at play here that are not completely within your control when you're not aware of them, and what kind of techniques and mechanisms there are and can be utilized in order to overcome almost like the prison of alcohol, right? When you feel hopeless and you always revert back to just having another one, which will never help. And as you might know, if you are watching this video, you probably recognize this. It's never one, and one is never enough. So, of course, due to the nature of this topic, this is a very personal and vulnerable testimony. I'm 50 years old. It took me a few decades to build up the courage to actually find sobriety, acknowledge that I had a problem with drinking, and technically be humble about that, being able to admit it without feeling any shame or feeling that it would technically diminish my ego, or that it would make me a lesser of a man or something like that, which it is not. It's the opposite, actually. But you have to dig deep inside yourself. You have to go back to your roots. You have to figure out what kind of subconscious false beliefs are rooted within you, where they were formed, and what are the common techniques, including therapy, sense of community, and being extremely honest with yourself. Are needed tools to eventually resurface as a sober person. Now, I fully understand that not everybody can relate to everything I'm going to say. This journey is extremely personal, as you probably experience yourself based on your own life path. And it is a multi-faceted, multi-layered dynamic, of course. There's a lot of different dynamics in play here. The people you hang out with, the way you were brought up, your relationship with your parents, the kind of help you already sought out, the environment you live in, the maybe cultural reasons. There are plenty of triggers and cues and environmental variables that influence your relationship with alcohol. What I can definitely say is that you're not in control. It's not like by looking at external factors that you can just make a rational choice to quit. That is something that I've believed for a long time, which is just not true. So that is something that we will address in a variety of these testimonials as well. So the format of this channel will be informal. I will just be talking in my microphone. I will not do any editing. It will be an unscripted, raw, in-your-face kind of testimonial recording. And that is fine with me. I think this kind of topic should be able to be discussed, especially when so many people are struggling with the same kind of issues. And I think by sharing and technically putting your story out there, people that are struggling or are in an earlier stage of the same struggles they're facing in life, you can actually help each other. And sometimes it can just be one simple technique, or maybe one certain insight, or just any kind of method that is being brought to somebody's attention can change your entire outlook on the problem, even in the most desperate situations. My story is not unique. Like everyone else, I'm just a human being trying to make the best of your journey on this earth, and you try to do that to the best of your ability with the knowledge you have at that point in time. So this will not be a pity story, this will not be a what-if story, this will not be a regret story. I don't believe in regrets. We go through life experiencing the things that we experience, and the best thing is that we just learn from it and move on. You wouldn't be the person today if you weren't if you didn't go through these experiences. So the fact that you did have also the negative experience or even trauma brought you to this point in life where you are now who you are, and without those experiences you wouldn't be that same person. So that path through life is unique for everybody. I'm 50 years old now, like I said before, and this is also, for some reason, for me, an age to reflect on 5 decades of being alive on this earth. I might get a little bit philosophical here. I've learned a lot of lessons throughout these decades. I made a lot of mistakes like everyone else. I did things that I shouldn't have done. In hindsight, I can truly say that my adult life has been really, really interesting. I have no regrets whatsoever. And I hope that especially the younger people watching, younger men watching, are able to learn from a few of the mistakes that I made when I was younger, and the life lessons that you technically just only learn by living. People always make jokes around about the school of life. Life is a school environment. Life is something that just unfolds based on the choices you make. Some choices are good, some choices are bad. You just own your choices and you move on and you learn from it. Now, that sounds like some, I don't know, self-help guru kind of thing, but that's technically just the only thing we have, right? We can just accept the good and the bad choices we made and move on. Now, there's a lot of different dynamics, and over a variety of videos I will explain a few of the dynamics that played a role in my life and my choices, and including the bad choices, including choices related to drinking, and where it all started, and how I was eventually able to finally see the truth, and what the work that I did led to being able to see the truth. And that was not on the surface, that was very deep actually, and that is something that I would like to put out there. Sometimes in the most hopeless situations, or in the when you feel really like powerless, or you are in a bad mood, there's nobody to talk to, you internalize everything and you think like that another drink, another beer will just solve that. That is something that I've believed for decades, and or wasn't even aware that I had a problem in certain parts of my career. That eventually will resurface, and then the ugly truth will come out, and then the only thing you can do is look in the mirror and just be honest about the situation you're in. And that's an extremely humbling experience. And I just want to share that journey with you. So I will, of course, not going into detail of every single aspect in one video. Then there would have been a 10-hour video. I'm gonna just focus on different aspects, and in this video I just want to technically give you a brief overview of my career, drinking career. That is not a very admirable career, but it was a career, past tense, and what eventually led to stopping and recognizing that I couldn't keep up this anymore. And that brings us to the technically the point in my life that I am now. So I will give you a bit of a brief overview, like a timeline of my life, and then we're going to zoom in future videos on different aspects that led to certain insights that influenced my drinking, and why also technically addresses questions why I wasn't able to stop earlier, or to cut down, or the lie of cutting down, the lie of moderation in my case, and what factors played a role in my drinking, and a few that I can mention and I have identified over the last few months, and I will address all of these. So one of them is my distorted relationship with the opposite sex, women, from a young age on. The second one is definitely a lack of self-confidence. That went wrong, so we have to glue this back together. So there are, of course, more factors also that lay in my childhood, but I will discuss that in future videos. So for now, thank you for watching, and welcome to the Sober Expat. I will release videos probably twice a week, or at least once a week. Please leave a comment in the comment section, subscribe, let me know what kind of content you want me to talk about in relation to sobriety and sober living. In the future we will expand this channel also to sober lifestyle, intentional living, minimalism, and other related subjects, and a bit about expat life in Malaysia. And if you're interested in living abroad or in the tropics, then eventually we will address that too. Thank you for watching. I hope this story resonated with you, and I will see you next time.